All right, in this lesson, we are going to be looking at the dock and specifically how you can customize this dock down here to suit your needs, which I think can be a huge productivity boost when you're using your computer if you set this up properly. So you can have applications down here, and then you have a little divider line, and anything to the right of the divider line would be a folder or file, document, like a spreadsheet or a PDF, whatever you want to put down here. So anything between the divider line and the little trash can can be a file or document. So the applications, everybody's going to have their own personal preference. Some people like to keep this fairly minimal. Obviously, I have a lot of stuff in here. And the way mine is organized is somewhat by categories. So I have some calendar, email, to-do list apps over here, my web browsers, Microsoft Office apps. I've got some photography software over here, as well as some music applications. So that's what works for me, and everybody's going to have their own little system, ideally, that they kind of set up so that you're very quickly going to a certain area of the dock for certain applications. So how do you place stuff in here? Well, you can just simply go to the Finder icon, click on that, and in the sidebar that pops up in this Finder window, go to the Applications folder, and then you can find whatever application you use a lot. And let's say that I wanted Pages in the dock. I can grab it, drop it down here till stuff kind of nudges out of the way. When you go far down enough like that, it just moves out of the way. And when I release, Pages will be here. And so the key concept is that you're not moving the app down to the dock. You're simply creating a shortcut. So if I then grab Pages out of here and remove it, this still is in my applications folder. It's completely unaffected. And I can just do that again, right? So you're going to be creating, all this is down here is all shortcuts to existing files on your computer. So how about these? How do you put these down here? So you'll notice I've got a couple PDF files. I've got a shortcut to my Documents folder. So when I click on that, I can go straight to my Documents. I've got one for Applications. Let me close this real quick. So when I click on this one, this folder, it goes straight to my Applications folder, and I can start an application directly from here. So how do you do these? So same thing, you would go to your Finder icon. And let's say that I've got some on iCloud Drive that I'm working on quite a bit right now, these number files. I could just drag that folder down to the dock and drop it here, and I've just created a shortcut. And you'll notice it doesn't look like a folder right now. So why is that? So if I right click on that, I can see that it's displaying as a stack. If I switch that to folder, now it'll turn into a little folder icon. I'm going to go back to the stack, and when you click on this, it's going to display in this kind of grid system. You have a couple other options. You could choose to see it in the list. So now it's going to look like that. Or I could also decide to view these in a fan view, and that's what that looks like. This is a little bit more limited because it only shows a few, and then it'll just tell you there's 7 more or 25 more available. And when you click on that, it'll take you directly to that part of your Finder window where these actually live. Okay, so that's how you place things down here. All right, so that's it for that. And what we're going to look at next is the actual system preferences that you have available for the dock. If we go to the Apple menu and choose System Preferences, there's a whole section devoted to the dock. So when I click on that, I can choose the dock icon size. So if I click that to the right or then to the left, you can shrink or enlarge the dock. You can choose the magnification. So that's how big these icons get when I hover around them. So if we reduce that, they would get very slightly bigger, but not much. I like to use quite a bit of magnification. So there we go. You can position the dock on the left of your screen, on the right of your screen. I prefer to leave mine at the bottom. And another pretty handy feature that a lot of people use is this automatically hide and show the dock. So if you enable that, the dock will disappear from view until you go and fetch it by bringing your mouse down here. So it goes away as soon as the mouse leaves that area, and then it pops back down. So I like to use it like that. For the purposes of this movie, I'm going to leave that turned off for now, just so you always have a view of the dock.